guys, how's it going? If anybody remembers the Junctek VA meter. Anyway, I've lost the data connector for this, and basically I had to wire one directly into it. The control box that I made is got a longer lead to go to this, so I can put that anywhere on the bike. This one will leave short. I got a 4-wire here. What we're going to do is cut the leads off of this and solder it directly into this and directly into this. I don't know how I'm going to get this open. I don't see any screws. I hope I don't have to pull the straps and stuff off because it took a while to do that and put the wrap on it. But if I have to pull it apart, I have to pull it apart. But I'll take you along with me, and you can see what it looks like on the inside. Just put you down here. Change the view if I can. Give you a wider view. And we'll start with this. Mind you, this is not watertight, which would be pretty easy to do. You just basically have to dip the board in epoxy, I guess, would work. There's not much of a board in here, so it wouldn't take much. It wouldn't take much to seal that up. There's your regulator there. The only thing you'd have to do is tape that switch off. Anyway, we need to find a way of getting the wires on there. Now there is a hole through the back of that, so I think what we'll do cut this off. So we'll run the wire through the plug through the top there without modifying it all. If I do find a cable that is compatible with this down the road, I can just remove this. But I want to run the cable through the top, and then I don't know if we can run it through a hole, or let's see here. It's like this. I can't run it through that hole because it needs that. Gain access to the bottom. How am I going to do that? Give me a minute. Okay, so from what I can see here, this one is for the display. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually remove it. Maybe I'll hit it with a little bit of heat, and if we're lucky, it'll just pop right off without melting it. Yeah, I'm hoping this even works. I didn't even notice this. But that one component right there, magic smoke came out of that for sure. Even left a mark on the plastic. So I don't know. I mean, last time I used this, it was working, so that must be something different. I must have plugged something in and it briefly fried a component on it, but it still worked. Anyway, let's get this wired up. Like I said, we just not too many wires we have to worry about here. We just got the positive, the negative, and then your two data wires. pretty straightforward. And hope the hell it works. Like I said, I don't remember frying it. Actually, after we put this wire on, we can actually test it. No, no, we can't actually. No, yeah, I'm not gonna try anything stupid. Let's just do this for now. Okay, I'll get this soldered up off camera because I have to line the pins up and I gotta use this. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, we're just gonna throw a little bit of glue on there. Just so it gives a little bit of strength. I don't end up pulling it right off the board right away, which I'll probably end up doing anyway. Alright, we'll put this aside and work on pulling the head part apart. See what happens with that. Yeah, I don't know. I've never opened this, so I don't know. I'm hoping the screws aren't behind the strap because then I'll have to de-glue that, and I don't want to. I guess we're going to take the wrap off first, see what's behind that. I'm hoping I can reuse it. Or not. Wow. That stuff is definitely stuck on there. Hoping I can put it back, so I don't want to damage it too much. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Stick it there. Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm guessing the screws are behind the strap. Yep. I might be able to get at them without pulling the strap right off because they're a pain to glue back. Oh, lucky, lucky. Sweet. Won't pull out. We can just pull this back right off. Sort of. It's got some glue on it. Nothing is easy. There we go. Okay, we'll be hung up on here. Oh, that would be the LCD. Let's just pluck it off. There we go. Yeah, we go that way. Just leave that in there like that. All right, let's see what we got here. There are connections there. There's your regulator. There's the IC for the display. Not sure what that is. All right, let me pin this out and wire it up. Probably do the same thing where I'll heat this up and pull it off the board. Now let's try it. Of course they're coming down this way. Why wouldn't they? There we go. All right, let me get this soldered up because it takes a lot of fine soldering, which I'll bore the hell out of you with, and we'll get back. Yeah, hard wiring this is actually pretty straightforward once you remove the actual plugs. We line the boards up like this. This pin over here, or I need something to point. Yeah, okay, so this pin here, the top pin there, is ground. And then you got this pin here, and they got a large trace that goes all the way up to this cap here. Goes past the cap to the regulator, that is your positive. And then you got the two leads here that go to this chip here that go to the microcontroller, which is your data. And if you just follow the wires that I got here, that would mean the bottom one is green and the top one is blue. So I'm just waiting for the glue to dry a bit so I can move this around. And what I gotta do is I gotta run the wire through the case and through the other case before I solder to here, obviously. That way I don't have to cut the case open to get the wire through. Okay, we are finished. From what I can tell, that burnt component was for the temperature control. I'm guessing originally I had that set up with my motor, and it more than likely shorted out somewhere in the wiring harness and blew that chip. I don't really care. I don't use it anyway. I'll show you that it's working. Ta-da! I'm only using it for the volts. I don't really care for the amp, so I'm not going to be using the shunt. This is what I used before. You can see I got a breaker on the side. Had a shunt in there. It's all nice, but I'm going to remove that. Remove the board. The only thing I'm leaving is the actual breaker, is because I'm going to replace everything in there with this board here that'll be sitting in there. This board here will control everything. It's 12 volts in, which I've already tapped for that. 2 horsepower relay for the hub motors. These 2 relays here are for the fans in the hub. It has temperature control. It actually has a tone when it chimes when you turn it on, which is kind of cool. It's got a bunch of other features that you wouldn't normally get on an e-bike. So it's actually from an air conditioner, so it's kind of cool. I'm hoping to get it to work with my e-bike, so that's what this box will be for. Hopefully I can fit it in there. I might have to trim it a bit. But right now it's set up for 12 volts, so I'll have to make sure I have a 12 volt supply on the bike. But that's for another video, another vlog. But I wanted to get this up and running again, and it is, which is kind of cool. I forgot to mention I'm going to take some of this hard foam and fill the void where the plug was, where the wire's coming out. That way it'll give us some more support for the wire, and glue it in there and fill the void. Same with this controller of the display. It's got a big hole there, it's got to be filled. I thought for sure it was dead. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully off camera I'll take this apart and see what I can wedge in there. Later, guys.